All right, everyone, we are joined on the podium by head coach Matt Mazurek, center fielder Mike DiStefano, and designated hitter Mike Steffen. We're going to start today's Coral Gables Regional Postgame press conference with an opening statement from Coach. We will then go into questions for the student athletes. If you can please direct the question to the student athlete, we'll then go into questions for Coach when those are finished. And Coach, go ahead.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. Our plan offensively was to come out swinging, and I said if this group comes out swinging, we're going to shock some people, and they did. They came out swinging. We got a great start out of Matt Duffy on the mound. We just failed to execute in certain situations to get us over the hump. We were right there in it, but we didn't get there. So here we go.
We'll go into questions. We'll start with Walter Villa.
For Stefan first and then DiStefano, both of you guys are Mike, so I think the last names. Obviously, the big story for Miami was Johannie Morales. Can you tell me your reactions to what kind of hitter, what kind of player is it, what you saw today, and what did you know about him coming in?
I mean, it's impressive for him to do what he did. Obviously a fun player to watch, but he beat us today, and he took some pitches that probably left over the plate, and he did damage. And when you come into an environment like this, play a team like this, and they have guys of that caliber, you can't make mistakes, and he made us pay for those.
Same question.
Yeah, we knew coming in what he had. We had the outfield shifts deep on him. I just think that a couple mistakes late in counts and early in counts helped him find barrels, and he succeeded.
If you have a question on Zoom, please use the hand raise function.
Can I follow?
Of course.
For the same order in the players, one of the big plays was in the third inning. You guys had the bases loaded. Stefano, I think, got picked.
Yep.
Start with you, Mike. What happened on that play, and it was close. What did you see on that play?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely close. I just got to learn from my mistakes, but I thought I got in there. I thought a lot of people thought I got in there, but we just got to move on.
We have a couple hands up on Zoom. We'll go first to Paul Stockman. Paul, go ahead.
This question's for pretty much anybody. Seemed like you guys were able to match them throughout the game, even though it was tied for a large part of it, but then it just kind of seemed to fall apart late. Was that just fatigue? Was that them? I mean, what happened there in the last couple innings of seventh and eighth? Because it seemed like you guys were still in it and keeping it really close throughout most of the contest.
Yeah, Paul, I'm not going to go to fatigue on that. I just think we lacked execution in certain spots, and they're a good team. They have good players. They executed. We didn't, and that allowed them to get the upper hand. But our guys fought and they kept fighting. And we did what we could.
I'll follow up with that really quick. About 12 hours from now, you're right back on the field. I know you guys are used to playing games quickly back to back, but after the emotional ups and downs that this game had, how do you kind of power through that and get ready for a must-win game tomorrow?
I mean, we're just going to have a short memory. Obviously, this one stings. We didn't feel overmatched, overpowered, and we competed. We played hard up until the end, and so it's going to hurt for a little bit, but once we get back to the hotel, we're going to have a short memory and get up and get ready to be back at it in the morning.
Thanks, guys.
We have a hand up on Zoom. We'll go to Chris Stock from 24/7 Sports. Chris, go ahead.
Coach, I was curious your thoughts on their bullpen. It seemed like every guy they threw out there was tough on your guys. What made them tough to go against?
They have a strong staff. The staff that they have has some velos that we haven't seen up to this year. We've seen them a couple times with West Virginia Liberty, but their staff top to bottom has good stuff, plus stuff. And when you don't see it all year, it surprised you a little bit, but felt the guys made some adjustments as time went on, and go from there.
Walter?
Yeah, Stefano on that order, if you would, please. You got to their bullpen. They didn't want to use their closer. You made them do that. Do you, and that could, you guys have a longer run. That could come to play. Do you take pride in that, and do you take pride in how you battle today?
Yeah, we definitely do. I mean, when you see a team who has two All-American pitchers, those are the guys you want to see. And for us to know that he's going to be in the game, we know it's going to be a close game, we're going to be in it, and it means we're competing up until the end. So to see him come in is something that, we were hoping for, because that means we're executing and we're doing our job. So it was a cool experience, and, I mean, he got the job done.
Mike?
Yeah, building off what Steph said, we knew what we were going to get coming in here, higher velo, and we had a plan, and I thought that we stuck to it for the most part. I mean, there were some ups and downs in the game, lack of scoring when there was runners in scoring position, but Other than that, I thought we went to their bullpen a good amount and used some of their better arms, so that was a positive.
Do we have any other questions for Coach or the student athletes?
I have a question for Coach. I
Okay.
don't know where we're
Of
done
course,
with the
yes.
players. Coach, the third time Morales was up, there's a runner on first, so an intentional walk there is kind of odd maybe, but given that he hit 2 homers, did that thought even come to your mind to
Yeah, the thought was there. You know, the thought was there 100%. But, you know, we fight by the adage of if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And we wanted to go at him, and we had the guy in the mound that we thought could go at him. You know, what we called missed a little bit where it was called, and he got it. And that's what happens. You know, we don't back down from those challenges, but that thought was there, and, you know, just didn't execute.
and even his last at bat when you walked him 3-1, you're going after him again.
Yeah, again, with the same plan, and I said that. I was like, if we're not going to intentionally walk him in his third at bat, I mean, go after him, you know, and it was, he got a fastball in, out, kind of got it up in the jet stream, and it took off in the first inning, and it made us not want to go back in, but, you know, sometimes you got to keep at things and see what works, see what doesn't. Maybe that helps you down the road.